Hello, my dear Forex students. Eric Were here. Welcome to Lecture 6 of the LifeVersity Forex Trading course. As usual, I'm very excited to have you here. If you have not gone through Lecture 1 up to Lecture 5, kindly check the links in the description. Before you proceed any further with this lecture, you need to update yourself on the introductory video, then on Lecture 1 up to Lecture 5. So if you had not done that, kindly check the links in the description and you'll be able to find the introductory video and lecture 1 up to lecture 5. In this lecture, I'm going to disclose to you everything to do with fundamental analysis, one most important type of forex trading analysis that you need in your trader's toolbox. I use fundamental analysis to top up my technical analysis, so I use basically fundamental analysis as my secondary trading tool. And in this video, I'm going to disclose to you how I do it and how I use fundamental analysis to top up my technical trading analysis tools. Before we proceed any further, let's just view our LifeVersity Forex trading timetable to see what you should expect from me in this lecture. According to our LifeVersity Forex trading timetable, as you can see in the screen, lecture 6, we basically cover two parts, and the first part is fundamental analysis. The second part is major fundamental news to look out for, and then under part 2, I'll be able to highlight to you the main sources of my fundamental analysis and how you can be able to take advantage of the same as a foreign currency trader. Without taking much of your time and my time, let's just head to lecture 6. And as you can see in the screen, LifeVersity Forex Trading course lecture 6 part 1 fundamental analysis. And as a reminder, fundamental analysis is the study of how global economic news and other news events affects the financial markets. Fundamental analysis entails any news event, economic announcement, social force, federal policy change, company earnings news, country interest rates, and country interest rate policy. So basically, fundamental analysis is all about news, using the news to trade the market, because news that happen on a daily basis influence the direction of the market. Using fundamental analysis, you can be able to know when to buy and when to sell a given currency pair. The idea behind fundamental analysis is that if a country's current or future economic picture is strong, their currency should strengthen. A strong economy attracts foreign investments and businesses, meaning foreigners must buy a country's currency to invest or start a business. So essentially, it all boils to demand and supply. A country with a strong growing economy will experience stronger demand for their currency, which in turn will work to reduce supply and thus drive up the value of the currency. Fundamental currency traders will buy a currency pair when the economic news favor the best currency. On the other hand, they will sell a currency pair when the economic news favor the quote currency. For instance, if a piece of fundamental analysis or political news is released and it affects the United States in a negative way, then for a currency pair like the USD CAD or the United States dollar, Canadian dollar, the United States dollar will always tend to slacken or to weaken. So those who are buying the USD CAD will be on a losing trend because the fundamentals are negative on the United States dollar. And if the news are favorable to the US, then the United States dollar will tend to strengthen and those who are buying will be in winning trades. That's how the fundamental news work. That is part 1. Part 2, let us just look at the types of fundamental analysis. This part will introduce you to some of the most important economic events that drive price movement in the forex market. As you can see in the screen, the first most important piece of fundamental news is the gross domestic product, or GDP. GDP is the biggest measure of the overall state of economy of a country. It is the aggregate monetary value of all the goods and services produced by the entire economy during the quarter being measured. This, however, does not include international activity. The GDP number is often released at around 8:30 a.m. on the last day of each quarter and is one of the most important economic indicator to look out for if you are a fundamental trader like me. Then secondly, we have trade balance. It is the measure of the difference between imports and exports of tangible goods and services. And then thirdly, we have consumer price index, the CPI. CPI is mostly used to measure inflation. It is released at around 8:30 a.m. around the 15th of every month to reflect the previous month data. So on 15th of every month, we usually look out for the CPI, or the consumer price index. It really moves the market. This fundamental moves the market, and if you are prepared to get into the market when the news are released, you can be able to catch some trends and hence some good profit. Number four, producer price index, the opposite of the consumer price index, or the PPI. Just like the CPI, the PPI is also an important measure of inflation. This report is released at around 8:30 a.m. around 15th of every month. So the CPI and the PPI are released on the same date, around the same date, and around the same time. So look out on the 15th of every month for the CPI and the PPI. Number five, employment indicators. This report includes the unemployment rate, the number of new jobs created, the average hourly earnings, the average hours worked per week. This report often results to significant market improvement. You will hear of traders talking about NFP, or the non-farm payroll report. This report comes out on the first Friday of every month at around 8:30. You can see 8:30 a.m. is the time when most fundamental news are released, and is a great time to check out fundamental news. That is why I wake up at around 5 a.m. in the morning to study fundamental analysis. After my devotion and reading the Bible, praying, meditating, I do my technical analysis, go through fundamental analysis in preparation for some of these most important fundamental news at around 8:30, 10:30, and much more. On 15th, that is a very important date. And then on the first Friday of every month, you will get the employment indicators like the NFP, or the non-farm payroll report. Six, durable goods orders. This report gives a measurement of how people are spending on longer term purchases, products that are expected to last more than 3 years. This report is released on 26th of every month at 8:30 a.m. On 26th of every month at around 8:30, I usually check my trading calendar to ensure I'm tuned in when the durable goods orders report is given. And then seven, housing data. This report includes the number of new homes that a country began building that month, as well as the existing homes. Existing home sales are a good measure of a country's economic strength. And then number eight, a retail sales index. It measures the percentage of goods sold within the retail industry, from large chains to small local stores. It also comes out at around 8:30 a.m. around the 12th of every month. You don't need to cram all these types of fundamental analysis. What I do personally, I've not crammed all of them, although there are some I'm just aware of, like the GDP, like the NFP, or the non-farm payroll, the CPI, the producer price index, or the PPI. I'm usually tuned in after trading those fundamental news over a period of time. I can just predict and know this type of fundamental analysis is coming out. But if you are a beginner, you don't need to worry about cramming all these types of fundamental analysis. What you need to do, you will find in part 3. And let's just head over to part 3, how to get the latest fundamental news. You don't need to worry about cramming the date and the time when these fundamental news are released. The internet is the leading source of all the foreign currency trading news globally. Here are my top websites when it comes to fundamental news. I use these websites to chart my trading plan as well as my trading calendar. As long as you have the internet with you, and as we discussed in the introductory video, that you need a stable internet connection. Secondly, you need a laptop or a smartphone, so you should be having internet. And as long as you have internet as a foreign currency trader, you should not worry about cramming all these types of fundamental news. The internet is there for you. After exercise, prayer, and reading the Bible in the morning, I usually check out these websites to top up my technical analysis. These are some of the websites I usually check out, and I'll just take you through each one of them Forex Street. Let's just head over there and see what Forex Street has. And here it is, Forex Street. I'll just load it in order for us to have a glimpse of what Forex Street does, or what you can get from Forex Street. And then as it continues to load, we look at the second one, and that is the Forex Factory. I'll also just load Forex Factory, continue to site, then open another tab, load Forex Factory, and then my third website where I tap my fundamental news is Daily Forex or DailyFX. I'll just open DailyFX as well. And then my fourth website is usually here, that is Forex Live. Let me just open Forex Live as well. So as the others continue to load, let's just head over to Forex Street and see what Forex Street has. As you can see here in this tab, it's still loading. My internet is a bit slow. I'm sorry about that, but it should be up and running. And as you can see, we are in Forex Street. So there are different types of foreign currency news you can get from Forex Street, including rates and charts, news. News is the most important thing, the latest news on each currency pair. Then the most important part is here, the economic calendar. As I have gone with you through all those fundamental news, you can see the non-farm payrolls. You can be able to follow the economic calendar on Forex Street and any other website for that matter that gives you fundamental analysis, in order for you to have a glimpse of what to expect when it comes to news. And the economic calendar is one of the most important things you'll be able to look out for on Forex Street. Apart from the economic calendar, there are very many other things you can be able to look out, signals, brokers, educational materials, and much more. You'll be able also to watch videos. You can trade cryptos. You can read analysis, each type of currency with the what these reporters are predicting about the currencies, the different types of analysis you need in order to top up your own analysis. What I do, I read especially the economic calendar and the analysis part in order to analyze my trades the same way these guys are analyzing. If we have a difference in opinion, I'm able to do more research and able to substantiate my own data in order to run alongside with their data in order to be in the right place at the right time. You don't want to be an isolated guy in an island somewhere. As they say, no man is an island. You need to see what other traders are doing, their types of analysis, and what they are predicting in order for you also to analyze on your own and be able to compare the data, because two minds are usually stronger than one mind. And as long as you have other people with the same interest analyzing the market, giving out their views, you are also meant to benefit from their analysis and top up your own. It gives you a second eye, it gives you a third eye for that matter, and you're able to see more things from a wider perspective. So this is the economic calendar. You can see recent and next, today, tomorrow, this week, and much more. You can be able to set a reminder in order for you to be reminded over here whenever any type of fundamental news is given. You can be able to be reminded on your desktop, and you're able to trade that type of fundamental news. The second website I usually depend on is Forex Factory, and I'll just close the first one in order to allow the second one to load faster. Here is Forex Factory. My internet is very slow. The same with the daily Forex, you or Forex Street. You can be able to check out my Forex Factory. It has different types of news. It just loaded, and we have forums, trades, and much more. but I usually concentrate on news. As you can see here, we have calendar, that is the economic calendar. Instead of cramming all those types of fundamental news, you simply go to calendar and you can be able to see. You looking here at the scanner, you can see the market watch. This is the live market watch of the Euro USD, the Great Britain Pound USD, and much more. You can be able to read here and see what is happening in the market. And if you are tuned in on your MetaTrader 4, like I am, you can be able to compare the types of news on Forex Street over here and what is actually happening in the market in order to base your decisions on the real thing that is going on in the market. That is Forex Factory. And then here, third, I have Daily Forex, that is DailyFX. And as you can see on their menu bar, we have calendars. This is the economic calendar. You can use it to track all those fundamental news I was able to tell you: non-farm payroll, the consumer price index, the producer price index, and much more, the GDP, and much more. Education, trading courses, you can access free trading courses and free trading materials, live webinars, free trading guides, trading research, and much more. Under news, you can be able to take advantage of the latest news in the market, and news affect the direction of the market. As you can see on top, we have the market watch, the Euro USD, commodities like oil, the gold, that's a commodity, the Great Britain Pound USD, and much more. There is a market watch over there. You can also take advantage of it. And there are trading strategies, market data, and much more. My fourth website is Forex Live. As we keep loading Forex Live, let's just head to another one we can open. After Forex Live, we have Action Forex. We just head over and open Action Forex. Here we are. And then the next one, that is the sixth. The sixth one is investing.com, very popular. Just head over to my browser and open investing.com. There we go. The next in line is Forex News. Just head over and open Forex News in a new tab over there. There we are, Forex News. There are three more to go. We shall look at them later on. Let's head over to Forex Live and then just refresh it. Here we are at Forex Live. You can see they are basically news, and on the menu bar you can see cryptocurrency, technical analysis. I'm a great fan of technical analysis because I like to do my own analysis and compare it with what other traders are doing. It usually helps a lot because you are able to see from a different eye. It gives you a third eye, a third perspective, another different perspective, and you can be able to rectify most of the mistakes you had made. Checking out this news is very important, and the good thing with these websites, apart from giving you fundamental analysis, you can also be able to get technical analysis ideas from fellow traders. And then we have the economic calendar, live charts, education, that is the reference materials, and much more. That is about Forex Live. And then next we look at Action Forex. Action Forex number 5. And on Action Forex, still loading, very slow, a bit slow. I'm sorry about that. As we continue loading Action Forex, we should open another one. My popular one is also Baby Pips. Let us load it in the second tab. Apart from Baby Pips, let us also load another one over here. That is Forex and Forex News. We loaded Forex Charts, yeah, over there. So let's just head to Action Forex, and as you can see, I'm live on Action Forex website, and you can be able to take advantage of different types of news. As you can see, markets, live, comments, currencies, top movers, everything there is. And then we have Action Insight Analysis. Here we have a technical analysis, and then the tech outlook brokers, education, and then the trading calendar. On each and every one of these websites, you can't like the trading calendar. Is very important. That's why it is a website for fundamental news. Accept. So let's just head over to the next website over here, and the next one is investing.com. Just head over to investing.com. It's still loading over here. Can minimize the live forex. Here we are at investing.com. Is one of the most popular foreign currency trading website and commodities trading website. You can be able to look at the news, very important, then analysis. We have charts, we have technical analysis, we have brokers, we have tools, portfolio, crypto, more, and of course under more you are able to get the economic calendar, as you can see, alerts, and much more. The economic calendar is very important because instead of cramming all those types of fundamental news, you just come to the economic calendar and you have everything you need. You can go through any types of news, even if you trade shares like the Dow Jones struggles as bears find joy on stalling stimulus progress. You can see this guy here. Trump says COVID-19 vaccine may be ready far before year's end, which is good news. As I record this video, COVID is a really big threat. So these types of news are able to move the market. And this guy, Trump, says COVID-19 vaccine may be ready far before year's end, which is good news. We need to go back to our normal lives and avoid all these dramas and all these deaths and much more. If the vaccine comes out, the better. So as you can see, that is investing.com. Any types of news you will be able to get on this website. Is one of my favorite websites, and you can be able to take advantage of that. There are different types of news. There's a lot to choose from, and it also opens your mind as a trader and as a scholar to know many things. You can, apart from foreign currency, you can trade commodities, you can be able to trade shares and much more, because you get all the news, everything you need on investing.com. Another website that I usually look out for is called babypips.com. Here it is. Let's just wait a minute as it loads, and there we go. If you are a beginner and you're looking for a source of knowledge as you begin your trading journey, then Baby Pips is one of the websites I really highly recommend. Apart from giving you educational materials, trading quizzes, forex glossary, you'll be able to learn most of the terms that we were learning in Forex 2 under the Forex glossary, how to trade Forex, basically the introduction as a beginner. Then Baby Pips is a very important website. As the name suggests, Baby Pips. You start trading as a baby and you are able to learn and grow from there henceforth. And also it's a good source of news. As you can see, we have news, trading, education, forums, calendar, that is the trading calendar, tools, market milk, and much more. As a baby, you need market milk. You need some type of milk. It's a very good website. I really like this website because I began with this in order to gain the expertise that I have as I give you this lecture. You can be able to look at the different charts, chartered wedge and retest patterns, the Great Britain pound, USD and euro, Japanese yen, and much more. I usually enjoy their weekly forex analysis where you are able to read how one currency pair traded against the other, and you're able to see which currency gained a lot of pips or which currency pair lost a lot of pips and much more. From there you can base your trades for the next week. I usually like reading their analysis report or their technical reports on Saturdays in order for me to prepare for the upcoming week. As you can see, we have cryptos here, bitcoins, Litecoins, and much more. You can also be able to read analysis on cryptos and much more. The other website we haven't looked at and is very important is Forex Empire and Market Traders. So let's just head there and have a look at them. Here we have market news. Yeah, market news number Forex news number 7, market traders number 10, something of the sort. This is Forex Empire. Yeah, good. The same way, markets, news, focus, education, trading calendar, economic calendar, and much more. All these websites are similar, and it's good to compare the types of data you read from one website and the other in order for you to have a clear picture of what to expect in the market. So that is Forex Empire, one of my favorites. And then there are many others you should look at on this sheet. As you can see in the screen, we have market traders and Forex news. We haven't looked at those ones. You can be able to check them out on the internet. Fundamental or technical analysis, which one is the best? As we discussed in the previous lectures, fundamental analysis should definitely be in your trading toolbox. I use fundamental analysis. I read foreign currency trading news a lot to determine my trades. However, it is wise to use fundamental news as a secondary trading tool to technical analysis because the news often counteracts each other when they come out at the same time. For example, at 8:30 a.m. on 15th of every month, I expect the producer price index and the consumer price index news to come out. These types of news are able to contradict each other. That is why it's not wise to use fundamental analysis as your primary trading tool. You need to use it as a secondary trading tool, but you cannot do without fundamental analysis. And as you can see, for instance, here, the market was non-trading for almost 3 hours. Maybe there was a piece of a great fundamental news to be released, and as a technical trader, you saw that the price was above this yellow line, which is the 100-hour moving average, and you decided to buy. And that type of fundamental news was released, and it didn't favor the euro. As you can see, the market dropped. Then you'll be burning out because, as you can see, the market has kept dropping. So it's very important to use fundamental analysis as a secondary trading tool to just act as a safety belt to be able to protect you against unpredicted losses even as you continue doing your technical analysis. That's it for this video, guys. See you again in lecture number 7, where we shall be looking at technical analysis. I think this is everything we need, and that is what you need about fundamental analysis. You need to know the different types of fundamental analysis, and most importantly, you need to know where to find fundamental news in order to help you in your trading journey. And very sure that I pretty much covered everything you need to know about fundamental analysis. In the upcoming lectures, that is lecture 7, henceforth we shall look at technical analysis, where we shall analyze each and every technical analysis tool that I use, beginning the moving averages, going to trend lines and remembered lines, Fibonacci, and much more. Thereafter, I'll be able to disclose to you what to expect in the course as a lifetime member according to our timetable. As we progress to the second week after technical analysis, we shall be able to start introduction to forex brokers, opening your real trading account, navigating your real trading account, and much more. Then in 12, having a trading plan, depositing your cash, and then I'll introduce you to the LifeVersity Forex Trading Club and how you can benefit from it all the way up to lecture 20. So I still have a lot in store for you. Stay tuned and ensure you open your email on the following date in order to watch the following lecture.